Welcome to Uptown Networking. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I am very excited for it to be warmer in Chicago, and the crowd's getting bigger, and I'm seeing same faces, new faces. It's really awesome to see this growing. So thank you all for being here tonight. I went and I got a haircut today, and I thought it would like make me look good, but it looks like my first day of middle school. But thank you, Dave. But yeah, let's get started, and we'll let you guys get back to networking very shortly, but we're going to give some select people a chance to present their business to everybody at the event all at once. But before we get started, I am so happy to announce who is the front runner for co-host of the year, Courtney Van Erem. She's a sales optimization consultant and has already helped so many people I know, so I'm going to hand it over to her.
Hi guys, I'm so happy to be here. I love this venue. I tell everyone about this event. Michelle, Austin, it's just fantastic. I couldn't make it last time because I'm a novice driver and I could not drive in the snow. Thankfully, I'm here this time. I love the sun getting warmer. And yeah, like Austin said, I'm a sales optimization consultant. I work with sales leaders and their teams to optimize their sales team to be more authentic. So instead of cold calling, it's more social selling, it's more connecting, more relationship-based selling, so that whatever you're selling is more authentic, it's more you, and you're not just throwing things at the wall and see what sticks. So I really enjoy doing that. I've been doing it for quite some time, and it's just really rewarding. So I'm really excited to be here and hear about everyone else's businesses.
Awesome. All right, we have an exciting show tonight, but we have an even more exciting announcement for the future of this networking group. So if we could give it up for Michelle Sherritt, from the founder of Northwest Business Network, Windy City Business Network, Naperville Business Network, all the business networks. Thank you, Michelle.
All right, thank you, Austin. We're really excited to have you guys here tonight. Welcome to the Northwest Business Network. We are growing and growing every time the event gets bigger and bigger, so we're excited about that. It's always new faces, which is nice. But Austin's right. On March 20th, we are starting the Windy City Biz Network. So we started this back in 2008 on LinkedIn, and it's grown and grown, and we keep getting asked if we're going to be going to the city, and so we're really excited to do this. It'll be happy hour events just like this, and eventually Austin will be coming as well and doing his segment, so it's going to be really good for you to get your business out there to people on LinkedIn as well as to the people who come to the events. So we're really excited about that. If you want to see a list of all of our upcoming events, like Austin said, we're in Naperville, we're in St. Charles, we're here, we're also in Glenview now. So definitely there's QR codes everywhere. If you just want to scan the QR code, you can see what our upcoming networks, our events are, and you can join us. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. All right, we'll start drawing names, but we had some amazing donations today, and we're just going to give those out to the first two lucky people who we draw. First, we're going to, let's start first with the most exciting one. Real big excitement for the first name to get drawn, and I will not do this justice. Dave, do you want to tell us a little bit about what we're serving here tonight? This is a donation from Wines from Humanity.
Yes, this will be a great prize, a magnum bottle of Italian Prosecco that I'm sure anyone can enjoy. Dry, sweet drinkers all seem to enjoy it. So enjoy it well. And if you ever want to have a wine tasting to raise money for charity, contact me. Just come talk to me here at the event, and we would love to help you raise money for charity and enjoy some great exclusive wines.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dave. And for the second name we draw, we have a generous gift card from CoCo Blu, our host here tonight. So without further ado, Courtney, would you like to draw the first name? No cheating.
Okay, we've got Jonathan Graham from Edward Jones. I think I spoke with you. There you are.
you go. Tell us about what you do.
I'm a certified financial planner with Edward Jones in Barrington. I've been doing this for about 15 years. I live in Palatine. My office is in Barrington. I moved out to the Chicago area about 25 years ago. Met my wife down in Mexico, and the rest is history. I help people establish financial plans and setting goals and helping them reach their goals and not worry about all the riffraff that's happening in crazy times, basically. So I prevent them from making major mistakes and help them lead happier lives. And I'd be happy to help people whenever they're referred to me or introduced to me.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Hey, can you stand next to here? Can we ask you a question or two?
Sure, go ahead.
Awesome. In your work as a financial planner, what's the best testimonial a client has ever given you?
Introductions.
No, testimonial. What's the best feedback you've ever gotten? What's the biggest thank you you've ever gotten?
Well, I had one client tell me that because of what I've done, they could sleep at night, and they had a heart issue, and they didn't worry about passing away because I helped them get life insurance. I do so many different things, and I do complete planning and just helping them reach their goals and make them happier and helping their mental state of mind. So to me, that's the biggest compliment I could get is just introductions from current clients.
I love it. I'll ask you a more off-the-wall question. I feel like that's my niche here. What's the weirdest client or interaction you've ever had at work?
Weirdest. Well, everybody's different, so everybody's a level of weirdness, I would guess.
That's what we're trying to welcome everyone here to.
Right, including myself. But, people always want to make as much money as quickly as possible, but I have to set their expectations to not basically gamble on their future. So weird, can I invest in all my money in Bitcoin or in this IPO or this penny stock? I'm like, no, serious money, serious goals. You want to do that in your own time, go ahead. But
And Doge.
And Doge. That's exactly right.
And with that, Jonathan's time's over.
Well, helping people sleep at night, there's no better gift you can give. Thank you so much, Jonathan. And enjoy what was it? Prosecco. Enjoy your Prosecco, Jonathan. Thank you so
very
much.
much. I
Jonathan,
appreciate
everyone give him
it.
a hand.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right. And next up, also for a CoCo Blu gift card. One more?
Okay, here we go. Who's next? Tony P.
Dun, dun, dun.
There he is.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tony P. Nice. Welcome. Can you please, we don't have enough time, but can you tell us about some of the things you do?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Tony Palella. Everybody calls me Tony P because I got this crazy Italian name that no one knows how to say or spell. Ironically, I grew up 5 minutes away over there, but I live in Evanston. I host a lot of events in the city for the last 8 years. I've started doing some events out here in the burbs, and Austin was so gracious to invite me here tonight, and it's great because I see a lot of familiar faces here. But yeah, I do events. I work for a mortgage company. I got a sales and marketing company. I do a lot with a software development firm. I just do a lot of different things. And networking is how I meet all these amazing people because cold calling kind of sucks. So I figure it's just better just to go out and meet people, make friends, and the business just kind of grows organically. And then shameless plug, I'm doing an event in Schaumburg in a couple of weeks. So if anybody wants to go, find me and I'll hook you up with a half-off promo code if you want to come. And also, too, is I'll be helping you guys promote your events as well because mine are mostly in the city anyways, so we'll find ways we can cross-promote each other.
Yeah. It's funny how it worked out. Tony's actually going to be co-hosting with us next month in April. So
Taking my job here. Jeez, Tony.
You can never be replaced, Courtney. Amazing. So a lot of people aren't as experienced at networking events as you. What would you recommend, like somebody, just a couple tips, their first networking event?
I'd say the biggest thing is I do something called the FORM technique. It's an acronym. FORM. F, family. O, occupation. R, recreation. M, motivation. So when you meet someone new and you want to get a conversation going, you don't know what to talk about, what to ask, you find a way to ask them questions about their family, or you ask them about their occupation, or you ask, hey, what do you like to do on the weekends, or what's your favorite Italian restaurant, or you know, where would you like to go on vacation this summer, you know, and then motivation, you know, like what keeps you up at night, what gets you up in the morning, you know, so you ask questions, these different categories. And when you ask questions of people answering, give you that information, then you can kind of build off of that, and then you get the conversation going. Because what a lot of people do is they love to just take their card, hand it, and just talk about all the cool stuff they do, and they don't ask any questions. I do the opposite. I just ask a lot of questions, learn more about someone. I find the common threads, and I figure, okay, what do we talk about? But also what I do is I think, who in the room has something in common with this person I'm talking to, so that way I can introduce them to somebody else, so that way it kind of keeps that continuity going throughout the event, where you're not just talking to the same two people for an hour. You know, you're keeping the rotation going.
What was that acronym?
FORM, F-O-R-M, family, occupation, recreation, motivation. So if you ask people questions in those categories, you can never run out of things to talk about and keep the conversation going. And also you get to learn about people, because, you know, most of us are in some sort of sales capacity or business owners, so that way you're not just another salesperson trying to pitch your stuff. You're taking a genuine interest in someone else and learning what they're all about, so that way it makes you stand out compared to everybody else at a normal event who's just trying to sell their stuff, you know?
Tony, I love your energy. You've got a lot of enthusiasm,
Yeah.
and I love when you're talking about selling yourself with authenticity instead
Yeah.
of cold calling. That's my whole shtick. But I'm curious, how do you push through the hard days? How do you motivate yourself?
That is a great question. So I'm going to give you a very short version of a long answer, but anybody here familiar with Tom Hopkins? Show of hands, you know who Tom Hopkins is?
Yeah, that's my uncle.
So he wrote this incredible book called How to Master the Art of Selling, and it's from like the early 80s, late 70s. But everything in that book still applies today for sales and business. And one thing that he talked about is how when you're a salesperson, you're trying to generate activity and get some new business or new clients or whatever. You got to make a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, so you get a lot of rejection. So what he created was a way that you gamify rejection. So let's say for every 20 no's that you get or not interested, you get one yes. And when you get a yes, let's say it translates into $1,000 in business, just to give an arbitrary number. So then what you do is you attach a dollar amount to every no or every not interested or every take me off your list or whatever people say. So then what you do is you make it a game to try and get as much rejected as you can as quick as you can, because then you're that much closer to the next yes. And when you apply a dollar amount to each rejection, it actually takes that whole process and makes it fun, because you're like, wow, I get 5 more no's, I'm going to get that next yes. So I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but
Hey, it works.
that's what I do when I'm having a really bad day and I'm just not having good luck with anything. I actually double and triple down and get as much rejection as possible, because that next yes, it's there, it's going to happen. You just got to run through a lot of no's.
I love it. Thank you so much, Tony.
So
Thank you.
Round of applause.
thank you, Tony. So follow the acronym FORM
Yeah.
and avoid
Family, occupation, recreation, motivation.
and avoid PBR. That's politics, bears, and religion. Okay.
Me next? Okay,
Let's
here we go.
What do we got?
Who do we got? Picking quick here. Oh, we've got my favorite Lisa. Come on up.
All right, Lisa.
Yeah, Yeah.
Lisa
I know she was
Coates,
going to sneak out, and here she is.
virtual assistant.
Yes, tell us about yourself.
Amazing. Tell us.
My name is Lisa.
We can't hear you, Lisa.
Good, because I was losing it. My name is Lisa. I'm a virtual assistant. I help entrepreneurs and small business owners with the admin pieces of their business, like email newsletters, email inbox maintenance, CRM, data entry, all of the things that keep an entrepreneur from their income generating activities. I can take off your plate.
I love that. That was so concise, straight to the point. It's amazing.
Just like her work.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've had the privilege of working with several virtual assistants we talked about a little bit earlier. And I know that a lot of people hire virtual assistants without knowing what to tell them to do, the problem they need solved. So I'm sure you've had some interesting experiences. Sometimes an entrepreneur who has no idea what they're doing. Do you have like a fun, crazy story of somebody who's hired you and just has no idea what's going on and you're trying your best to, navigate that?
Yeah, I've had several, but I think I've been in the workforce for 35 years and I've seen the way businesses operate, and I look at details, but I also can like drone above and look at the whole picture and help them, like, that game with the beads that you move the blocks around and you have to, that's a skill of mine where I can see the chaos and find order in it. So that I don't know. I have a lot of clients who've come to me with with their hair on fire. Right. So.
And I would say, same question as we had before. What's your best testimonial? Like, what do people say? Oh, you saved my day, you saved my life. I mean, what do people say after you've helped them?
I think that they have, one in particular was just, she was, like I said, her hair was on fire, and I helped her use me. I helped her find the ways that she could use me to free up her time.
I love it. Thank you so much, Lisa. Round of applause, everybody. Lisa, definitely feel free to reach out to her.
Yeah.
Oh, I also, one of the ways that I encourage business owners to get their word out there is to do email newsletter marketing. And I have an email newsletter. If anyone wants to be added to that, please give me your card and I'd be happy to add you to that.
Awesome.
Love it.
Lisa Coates.
Cots.
Lisa, let me try that again. Lisa Coates, giving order to chaos.
That's right.
Ooh,
There we go.
painting
There's
a
my
picture for
tagline.
Lisa.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Round of applause, guys. Thanks, Lisa.
All right. Can I do one?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Well, this looks fun. Tim Bradley, The Salt Escape. Relax, breathe, heal. Please still be here. I want to hear about this.
Oh, this sounds great.
Tim, you have the best skin. What is your secret? What is the Salt Escape? Tell us about it.
It's a Himalayan salt cave. It's a block east of here. It's a huge room constructed out of pink Himalayan sea salt, 17-foot tall carved salt walls, heated amethyst biomat salt beds that you can go lay on. Cover your body in warm salt, breathe in the salt air, listen to ocean waves crashing on the beach. And it's actually the largest salt cave in the country out of a lot of them, and we're just a block away from here.
Capturing the negative ions from within us. That's what my mom used to tell me about the Himalayan salt lamps when she'd put them around the house, as it captures the negative ions.
Yeah, it draws in the moisture in your home where all your allergens, pollutants, toxins, viruses are. It sterilizes it, then it releases negative ions that your body absorbs. So it balances your hormones, like I say, thyroid, blood pressure, asthma, allergies, bronchitis, anything lung-related. It'll wipe it right out right away. Yeah.
That sounds very pleasant.
Yeah, I love it. My only question on a weird note would be, how do you sanitize the whole thing after people are laying all over the place?
So you don't have to. Salt is antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. Nothing can survive in the room. You could really be in there with somebody that's sick, and the airborne salt that's in the room kills everything in there. And we opened up November of 19, the start of the pandemic, like to the day. And it was actually like the Russians, Ukrainians, the Polish that kept us in business because they knew to go to salt caves, in times of sickness, and that's how they stayed healthy. So that's what kept us alive.
It's wall-to-wall salt.
40,000 pounds. I imported it from Pakistan. I built the whole room myself. It took me a year to build the room, and
What is it like? Just a drop-in, one-day attending, or a subscription model? Like, how does it work if somebody was to try it out?
I think the average client does like weekly. They'll do an hour a week. The teachers that come in there and do an hour a week, they don't get sick the whole school year. And when all the other teachers are getting sick, that's how they keep their immune system up. Children, babies, when you bring them in that room, it protects their immune system, protects their sinuses. It's really good when you get over a sickness and you have that cough you can't get rid of. Like I can get rid of that cough in an hour. So.
That sounds like something we should all try. Yeah. And it's right down the road?
Yeah, we're right by Noodles and Company at the base of the CMX movie theater. It used to be a martini bar back in the day, Red Moon Martini.
Salt on the rims.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. I know you have some people who actually really want to ask you some questions after this now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Very interested.
Thank you so
That's amazing,
much.
Tim. Thank
All right,
you
you guys, thank
All
you.
right, round of applause for Tim, guys. Thank you.
We have time for one more drawing. I forgot to give this gift card. Was that Tony? Okay, I'll get this to you in a little bit. Could we do one more drawing? Do we have time for that? Is that okay? Yeah? 2 more, 3 more?
I like this guy's energy. Let's get 2 more.
Okay. Draw Matt.
All right, ready? Here we go. Oh, not yours. Ricardo Valencia.
Ricardo Valencia.
All right, come on
All
up.
right. Technology account executive with ISBS.
That's me.
Let's hear
All
it,
right,
Ricardo.
tell us about yourself.
The stage is yours.
I want to feel like.
Come join.
What would you like to know?
What is ISBS?
Well, anything you'd need to run a business, we can provide that for you. And that sounds really boring. But when you're trying to print something and it doesn't come out, or it's runny, that'll ruin your day. That could ruin your day at court. Mm-hmm. We're just here to provide some solutions to, printing, scanning, imaging, security, document management. How can I search? I'm trying to look for someone's whatever document they sent me. Just search it. You don't have to go through all those papers. You don't have to keep all those papers unless you're legally required to. What else? What?
Spectrum Void, I believe he asked. VoIP?
I don't know
That's
who he is.
Carl Pfeiffer
What's
from
up,
Big
Carl?
Red's Pig Party.
I am. We are. And we are proud to have you. So proud. One of our best clients.
Being proud of their customers, that's amazing. What's the biggest, the main problem you solve when somebody comes to you? Like, what's the main problem that they're experiencing that you help them solve?
We just have something that you're paying so much for that you're not using it. It's not tailored to what you're using it for. We just want to know how you're running your business, how you use technology, and then we'll cater it to you.
I have no idea what you do.
Well, let's say you need a printer.
Okay.
All right. Or you got to scan stuff. Well, there's companies like ours, but they'll say you're going to print 10,000 black and white pages, and it adds up. Same with color, especially color.
Dunder
So-
Mifflin.
I was thinking
Dunder
the same
Mifflin.
thing. I was
Yeah.
wondering which of us was going
I
to
was
say
hoping
it
you would
first.
catch on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paper is not a dying business, as you can see with all the paper and cards here.
Who would you most identify with from The Office?
Oh, man. Creed.
I was going to say Creed for sure.
You will grow
Absolutely.
into Creed at first experience life as Orion. I
And
think
to make
Ryan
it
first.
tangible to my company, there's an episode where Creed takes the black toner and uses it to dye his hair, and Michael is not able to make any prints. But if you had us, we'd know that you're down to like 20% toner left, and we would automatically send that to you
Mic
for
drop.
free shipping. included in your monthly payments.
Amazing. So, who's your ideal client? Who's like the best decision maker? Like, who you'd want to talk to?
I mean, it's anybody. It's
Okay.
It's someone at the front desk, the owner, IT guy. There's so few industries that we don't touch. I feel like I'm missing something. Hey, Pfeiffer, what am I missing?
I think you want to hone in on something. Hone in on a pain point. Hone in on a person that somebody can identify with.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, have this guy come up and tell us what you do.
Yeah. Pfeiffer, I'm going to need some help. It's my first meeting.
Carl, will you please tell us what Ricardo does?
Thank you, Carl.
Carl Pfeiffer on what Ricardo Valencia does.
Ricardo Valencia is an exceptional sales rep for ISBS, who's one of my good partners here in Chicago, even though he doesn't know about it yet. He sells multifunction printers, scanners, document handling systems, fax machines, if you want to go down that road. And the best thing that he sells is Spectrum VoIP, hosted voice over IP phone service for small and medium and large businesses. When he does that, he gets paid a lot, and then I get paid and I get to keep my job. And if I don't keep my job, I'm just going to have to keep cooking pigs every weekend.
I love it. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you so much, Carl.
Now I understand what you do.
Thank you.
That was an amazing explanation.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of blacked out.
No, it's awesome.
It's a lot of
Thank
pressure
you.
being up here in front
It
of all
is.
these impressive business owners.
I put my card in there. I knew what I was
Hey,
getting.
that was
Doing
brave,
great.
and I appreciate that.
Thank you very
Good
Thank
job,
you
Rick.
so much, Rick.
Round of applause for Rick, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you deserved it. All right. Everybody seems awake. Do we want to do one more?
One more.
I'm seeing some hands.
This guy
I'm
in
seeing
the
some
back.
nods. One more?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at Matt, but we have to trust the tub. We can't cheat. We can't cheat. I'm not going to cheat. Oh, I drew two. Neither of them are you. John Kazansky, partner Neil. Matt, get up here. Come on, Matt. You're up. I'm cheating. Let's close it out with somebody I know is amazing.
This is the
No,
first
that's
guy
perfect.
I talked to tonight, so he's on fire.
So, Matt, where you work again?
This is exciting. I'm sorry, what did you want? My 3 greatest fears?
No.
Okay.
Matt, the stage is yours.
Okay, it's Jonathan. It's great to see you, by the way. My name is Matt McClure. I'm going to make this relatively simple. I'll take a little different tactic. We'll do a little crowdsourcing for this one. So, for those of you that I've talked to tonight, tomorrow you're going to get an invitation to connect with me on LinkedIn, right? And you're either going to say, yeah, I had a great time talking to that guy, or you're going to say no. If you say no, I'm going to Venmo you $5, just as an apology, right? Just to be like, I'm really sorry that wasn't good for you. Now, some of you are thinking, Matt McClure, financial advisor with Edward Jones, that seems like a waste of money. And you probably are correct. So let's workshop this a little bit, right? I could do something else with that money. I could take that money and I could put it in. I could put it in to something, right? We could put it in. And you would care about it, and then you'd become maybe vested. You'd be vested in it. Let's call that an investment, just for tonight's sake. We'll call that an investment. Is that okay with you guys? Great, sweet. And then somebody could manage that for you, that investment, right? Some type of advisor of financials. We should call that person, I don't know, what do you think, Austin?
An advisor of financial.
Yeah, what can we call that person?
What if it was a financial advisor?
That's a great thought. We're going to go with Money Wizard. That's a good thought, but Money Wizard is substantially better. That's what I've chosen to call it. So, Money Wizard who manages investments. And ultimately, that's what I do, and that's what I enjoy. So, a quick show of hands over the past day, who's looked at their portfolio? There you go. 1. That's not a great ratio. 2, I trust you and I love you.
I don't have a portfolio.
I was back here. You
Okay,
didn't
well,
see
we're
me,
going to
though.
talk after this because clearly that's the reason I'm here. It's a calling, really. So, essentially, the best part of what I do is that I care more about your money than you do. based on 2 of you raising your hands about checking your portfolio in the last few days, right? I really enjoy working with young families and entrepreneurs because that was my background back in the day. A bunch of startups, a bunch of businesses bought and sold, and I feel like I bring that to my experience with my clients. So happy to help you guys out. Even if you don't want to connect with me on LinkedIn because you want the $5, that is totally fine. I am just happy to make some new friends. We're also going to hear it for Austin here for putting this event together, who's done a fantastic job. By far the most entertaining networking event that I've been to, and it's not just because you're a fantastic co-host, by the way, Courtney.
Thank you so much.
Round of applause for these guys, because this is the least like speed dating a networking event has ever felt. So, looking forward to talking to you guys.
Well, Matt, it might have taken me 50 LinkedIn messages to get you here, but... And if I gave $5 to everybody who did not accept my connection request, I would be millions of dollars in debt.
That's fantastic.
You could put all that money into an investment with Matt, and he could help you.
Yeah, if only you knew someone.
Yeah.
If only.
That could dig you out of the hole.
But
I have a question for you. I'm sorry
ahead.
to cut you off, but if your business was a celebrity, who would it be?
If my business was a celebrity, who would it be? It would be Ryan Reynolds before the conflict. Right? Like, I really enjoy the marketing side and getting to know people and sort of trying to bring my personality to what I do. Is there a lot of financial advisors? Absolutely. Do I like getting to know people and doing that engagement? That's my favorite part of the job. So I would say Ryan Reynolds circa 2016.
Who didn't love Ryan Reynolds circa 2016?
Yeah, I mean, he was
The
great.
world did.
Yeah, just nothing but hits from that guy.
I like him now. He's more lively.
I see what you did there.
Thanks. I want to know, what is the best success story that a client has ever had working with you?
Gosh, this is a rough one because I am just getting started. I would say that the biggest one for me thus far is being able to truly help people in a way that I can believe in as much as my client does. So I've got a good buddy of mine who has been chomping at the bit for me to get going with Edward Jones so that he can bring stuff over. And it really is exciting getting to work with somebody on a level where we are on the same wavelength of like, let's make this happen together. So I don't know that it has to do with, it's not a dollar amount. It really is more of like that emotional stability piece, which is my favorite part, right? Ultimately, that feeling of safety in working somebody with that is pretty rewarding. So,
Love it.
Yeah, well, since this is our last tub poll and you're very interesting, do you mind if we pick your brain a little bit more? Because I feel like you have an interesting history.
Yeah, I don't think it's, I don't know anything.
Have you been in jail?
I've never been in jail that I'm allowed to disclose.
Have you been in prison?
Well,
Those are different.
Like a federal indictment?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have been able to get the job.
What
if,
is the
if it
weirdest
wasn't.
job you've ever had?
The weirdest job I've ever had. This is, okay, here, let's get into it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Please. I knew I recognized you from somewhere.
Fun story about me is that I am fully Zumba certified as an instructor. I was a tennis pro back in the day, and I taught lessons for a living. And I worked at a club where you had to get comfortable with all the other departments. And so being the idiot that I was like, I'll just take whatever's first available. I don't care about this. And so I got roped into a Zumba certification in the basement of a Radisson on a weekend.
See some moves?
I think I know how to cap off this event.
I feel like we
Is
should.
there a way to get everybody to Zumba? Un poquito right now.
Yeah, no problem. We will set an appointment with everybody in the room, and then I will
like yoga?
happily...
I've never Zumba'd.
Zumba?
Do you have to move a lot?
It's a Latin dance where you wear tassely pants.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and it's a workout.
Nobody
It's a
seems
workout.
to have the right pants for that.
No, nobody came prepared, but they didn't know. It's okay.
Zumba instructor.
Yeah, that's the weirdest job I've ever had. I
Amazing.
never actually taught a class. That's the
Yeah.
important part.
Well, here's your first gig.
None of these people can afford it. The price of that class has skyrocketed recently.
Yeah. All right, what's your dream?
What's my dream?
Yes.
I really would love to retire in like on a boat.
That's an amazing dream.
Yeah. And I have a lot of kids, so it's not going to happen, but that's what dreams are for,
Yeah.
right? Believe in yourself.
For them, too.
Yeah. You're so hoping.
You're right. I have a pug.
What's that?
A dog, a pug.
A pug?
Yeah.
And
he's
that's
very
your
cute.
dream?
Yeah, I'm living it.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're
Yeah.
doing it, Austin.
Amazing. Okay, let's give it up for Matt McClure.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's hear it again for Courtney.
And for Austin.
Jeremiah on the lenses. And I hope you will all make it out. I know it's out of the way, but it's next week, March 20th, Windy City Networking Group is launching in Chicago. So you can find it anywhere you found these events. Windy City Networking Group. Thank you all so much for
Thank you guys.
sticking around, bearing with us.
My mic's off now.
Okay, mic's off.